Hey guys, today we're going to install a medium-sized veggie pot inside of the greenhouse. We're going to explain the difference between installing it outside versus inside, what's the best media to use, and how fast you should expect your first yield. We're going to do purple yams, turmeric, some ginger, cucumbers, and watermelon today, all in one veggie pot in a 3x3 square foot space. It's going to be great, so stay tuned and I'll show you how to do this. Hey guys, today we're going to install another veggie pot, this time inside of a greenhouse. We are going to plant turmeric, purple yams, some ginger, as well as watermelon and cucumber. So the first thing is the perlite. We're going to install the perlite in here, cover up the bottom of the reservoir, wet that, give that a nice spray, get that water down into that reservoir. Then we're going to add the soil. In this case we're using Fox Farm. That's probably the most high quality, nutrient dense soil for the price. I'll explain that in another video, but that's going to be our top layer, and finally on top we'll do some compost and maybe a little bit of cocoa coir. So stay tuned. Step one, perlite. Since we're using a medium-sized veggie pot, we're going to put a 2 cubic foot bag of perlite to cover the bottom and cover the reservoirs and separate, act as a buffer between the water, which is going to be filled with nutrients draining from the soil, and the actual soil. So the easiest way to do it, I recommend, is to put your bag of soil or perlite inside of the veggie pot, and then split it open from there. And that way you can just get a real nice pour without having to get too dirty. Spread that around real nice and even. Sure. Check that out. You can get a nice delivery of some fennel about to do it.
This is like
more.
okay. Well, that looks good.
One more.
Split it.
Thank you. Once again, best way to do it, sit your bag inside of the veggie pot, give it a nice cut. Everything falls in nice and smooth. Don't make no fuss. Now we want this soil to go all the way to the edge, because as we water it down, the level is going to drop a bit. This is 3 bags of soil so far and 1 bag of perlite, but we might add another bag of soil, because again we want that that soil to set real nice and flat, so when we install our veggies they can be stable and have a nice environment to rest in. So I'm going to water this down and see how far it drops, and at that point we might add the 4th bag of soil, or maybe we'll just add compost and cocoa coir on top, but we want to get this dirt right up to the ledge. Okay, the first thing we're going to plant is this turmeric. Now this is a mother, right? This was the last remaining finger of the previous crop. You can see it sprouted more fingers. As I plant this upright, these will shoot out of the surface of the soil, and they'll grow about 3 or 4 foot tall. Hopefully we have that much space. And once those leaves start to yellow and brown, we'll dig it up and get 10-20 times the yield. So we'll put that probably on the inside where there's more space, and the ginger, which is this little guy here, you can't too much tell the difference. This one has a little bit more of an orangey red hue, and this is more of a yellow hue, but they grow similarly. I'm going to put the ginger on this side, right? And we'll put more ginger on this side. Matter of fact, we'll just load up this side with all of the ginger. sprouted or not, and then we'll use this side for the turmeric. These are first cousins. They're very similar in growth, somewhat similar in taste, although the ginger is a little bit more spicy. Both are highly medicinal and have many uses, from cosmetic topical uses to medicinal indigestion, gastrointestinal uses. Some cultures use the turmeric to paint and to create dyes in different hues for different works of art. But mostly it's delicious. I like to juice it. I like to chop it up and put it in a stir fry. Of course, we take the skin off first because it's pretty bitter. So we don't really eat that too much, but it's highly medicinal. The medicine is always in the skin, whether it's a banana peel, avocado peel, ginger skin, turmeric skin. But the fruit is on the inside, and that's kind of what we are looking for. So we'll document the progression of this ginger finger, and hopefully it mothers out and sprouts a few more. It's going to take about 60 days to get a nice harvest out of this deal, especially in this greenhouse under this heat. It's what, July 25th, so mid-September I'll be looking to dig this up and see what we got, but for now we're just going to plant. Alright guys, this watermelon right here, I'm going to show you the easiest way to transplant from the cup into the dirt. So first thing you want to do is determine your location. We're going to line this up right in the center point of this reservoir. Okay, there and there. All right, we're going to put it right there in the middle, right where the x-axis meets the y-axis. Okay, we're going to push this down and form our hole. This is where we want this plant to live. So we'll carve out just enough space to fit this cup entirely. Okay, so that fits in there like that. We know that if we remove this from the cup, that block of soil with the watermelon should fit in just fine. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, get that in there real nice. We want to pull it out. All right, check the roots, nice root ball. So we'll put this plant, drop it right down in this hole that's already predetermined. Okay, soil fills in nice, has a place to live. That's good to go. Boom, just like that. No muss, no fuss. Everything's clean. We save this cup for a different plant. We want to keep propagating new plants, new suckers, new seeds. All right, and now we water this guy for a couple weeks until the roots fall down into the reservoir through the perlite to get the good nutrients. That's the goal here with the veggie pot. Okay, so we showed you the bird's eye view of how to properly transplant. Now here's a side view. Again, we're going to push the cup down and make our first indention. Okay, next we're going to just shovel out any excess dirt that we need to get rid of. Get nice and deep. All right, okay, make sure our cup fits again. All right, so now we have a hole that's established. Easiest thing to do, flip it over, pull it out. Again, check the root ball, nice and solid. It's coming out from all sides. We drop that plant right in that hole. There's our plant, done deal. Pull out any suckers, and there's our sugar baby watermelon. Again, this is going to grow up. We want it to hit these shelves, grow through there to provide some support. A plant usually is not going to give you fruit unless it has a nice structure, a nice stable environment. This shelf will suffice just perfectly. So again, we have 2 watermelon plants, and now we're going to plant these gingers and these turmerics on the back side, and we'll be good to go. All right, so lastly, the turmeric. We're going to dig a nice trench, nice hole, right, about maybe 6 inches deep or so, and we'll sit that mother turmeric right down in there. Okay, nice and comfy. Okay, cover it up, and before you know it, those leaves will be shooting right out of that soil. Okay, same thing on this side. Trench. Okay, about 3-4 inches deep, and we drop that ginger right in there, facing upward, giving these leaves a good opportunity to shoot up. Okay, we want to cover that up nice and well. Solid. Looks like nothing's in there, but believe you me, It's going to be a nice crop of ginger in about 90 days. Alright, so there's the veggie pot so far. Lastly, we're going to put a shelf of chives right down the center to create a wall separating the watermelon from the ginger and turmeric. Under the soil, that may not really do too much, but at least above ground, you'll have a distinction between the two crops and be able to harvest them accordingly, film them, take pictures, etc. So that's it for today. Stay tuned and we'll have another video for you soon. Peace.